Well, when severe weather threatens, you may be in different places like your car or maybe your house at work, but there is another place you have to be weather aware too. It's at the airport.
That's true. It's something you really don't think about. Meteorologist Bob Trihy live outside with more on that.
Guys, it's a beautiful day for flying, but that's not always the case. When severe weather threatens, you may be stuck at the airport when it does. I spoke with GSP International to see how they prepare for severe weather.
Your average thunderstorm could turn into an incident very quickly, whether it's lightning on the airfield or hail or anything like that. So we have a number of systems in place to make sure everyone is well alerted as much in advance as possible.
Greenville International Airport is on alert for severe weather 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Although springtime is typically more active with severe weather, Michelle Newman, communication manager at GSP, is always prepared for potential dangers.
As you can imagine, there are a lot of windows at the airport, so we have extensive emergency plans in place to keep everyone safe, to get them away from those windows, and to deal with whatever situation arises.
GSP has an on-site fire department, ready in the event of an emergency, with other resources available too.
On the operations team at the airport, heads up so they know to be prepared and to keep a lookout for anything like lightning. Of course, there are instances where it does come up a little more quickly, so we do have an airport emergency plan in place to deal with anything that comes up and kind of surprises us.
GSP has other ways to get updates on the potential for severe weather.
We have lots of eyes on the sky. We're very close to the National Weather Service station. We work closely with the FAA, and then our individual airlines also have their own weather experts and meteorologists that give them a heads up as much in advance if we're expecting any kind of severe weather.
Passengers at GSP are safe knowing they can take shelter if necessary.
We have designated places throughout the terminal, both on the pre-security and post-security side. So if there were an incident, then we would make announcements overhead. Your airline staff would direct you, so we'd make sure everyone was well sheltered.
Passengers in the terminal have a way to keep up with the weather conditions.
So once you're here in the terminal, on a number of screens throughout both the pre-security and post-security locations, we do have weather maps, so you can check what's going on here at the airport and at your destination.
Along with keeping an eye on the sky, the events of the past year have added another layer of readiness.
In light of this past year, with everything with the pandemic, we're all just that much more conscious of health and safety and what's going on in the spaces around us. So GSP Airport has been as proactive as we can to make sure that we're prepared for any event.
And thankfully, GSP won't have to implement those severe weather procedures anytime soon. And Kendra, from what we were looking at earlier on those models, the rain moves in, but the severe threat looks pretty low into next week, right?